Hey guys, I'm going to be demoing the MQBrowser plugin today. This is a plugin for MacroQuest, which I'm assuming you're familiar with if you're watching this video. Right now it's unreleased, but I am going to try to publish this, at least get it in some people's hands for beta testing at some point soon, and it's going to be open source too. So what this plugin does is it provides an in-game browser window by way of Chromium Embedded Framework, and it also provides an interface to underlying MacroQuest data for web applications loaded in that web view as well. Some limitations are that some websites won't work, like Google authentication websites going through anything through account.google.com, Gmail, or anything like that, just because it is a little bit different than a browser. But I would say most of the internet, or at least the internet that I've tried so far, besides that, seems to be working. And there's also only one tab, and that doesn't have to be a limitation forever. That's just the current technical limitation for this version. And also there are a lot of fancy quality of life features from browsers missing from this too. It's pretty stripped down, but let's just dive right in. There's two commands, browser, or just one command with two configs, browser show and browser hide, pretty simple. And I pop it up, here's a browser right here. Hit the home page, which is Google. And right off the bat, we got some config options as well. We can toggle background visibility and opacity so that we can watch what we want to hear. We can watch YouTube video or whatever kind of content we want to see while still checking the background. And zoom, depending on your monitor resolution. And one thing to note here is keyboard focus as well. Whenever we click here and there's a gold ring around the browser, that means we have keyboard focus, and we can do some Google search right here. And then it will be capturing my keyboard events right here. And we got back and forward. And we can navigate here with the URL bar. And we could watch any kind of YouTube video we want to. Just check out some Queen music. 1 hour. That's a little risque. Well, they do these ads based on your geographic location, and I'm in Germany, so I guess that kind of makes sense. All right, nice and meta. There we go. Let's try to actually hit right where they're at right now. It's going to get really disorienting. All right. So we can watch YouTube videos. We can, there it is right there. Good old Queen Gate. We can browse Alakazam, Magalo. Honestly, I haven't tried too many other websites other than that, so that's another reason I want to see what other people want to do with this. But in the meantime, something I mentioned before with the underlying MacroQuest data being exposed, there is a work in progress application that I'm working on now that's hosted. And it's going to be called the MacroQuest dashboard. And eventually it's going to be full of all sorts of tabs here with all sorts of information and actions that will actually interact with MacroQuest the same way we understand macros or any underlying language should be able to as well. And for now, it's just kind of a proof of concept. So here we have a dynamic switch on anytime we change a target to open a Maglo page right here in a little embedded view. And if I were to cast a buff on myself, then I got that buff right there. And this is just a really simple kind of academic example right here, just to show that, hey, we're in a browser, we're in a web view, but we have access to all the data in MacroQuest, which I think is pretty cool. So there is a roadmap for this where there's a lot of other features that I do want to add, but for now, I do consider this stable enough to be tested by people. There could be scenarios I'm missing right now, and for the most part, it's pretty free of crashes. I mean, those are obviously the things you never want to have when you're actually running and playing video games, your client crashing. So that's something that I want to make sure we have the least of, before considering something a stable release. But in the meantime, want to have this as generally available as possible. And if anyone wants to reach out and help for installation from open source, or anyone else is interested in embedding it in their fork of MacroQuest, I am open to emails. All right, well, thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll keep everyone updated on this channel for anything else coming out for this plugin. All right, thanks.